Friends, today I've brought for you a true story that will make your blood boil when you hear it. This incident took place in Rupsha Upazila of Khulna City, where what happened to an ordinary fish seller will make you believe that such things still happen in our country. It was Friday morning around 6 o'clock. Khulna, SDO, Ayesha Siddiqa. Madam thought of doing something different on her day off. She decided that today she would go to the market herself. She didn't take her official car, driver, or bodyguard with her. She dressed like a completely ordinary village woman, wearing a green cotton salwar kameez, a white hijab on her head, and holding a simple cloth bag in her hand. Looking at her, no one could ever imagine that she was one of the highest-ranking government officers of Khulna district, whose single word could shake the entire Upazila. The market by the Rupsha riverbank was famous for its fresh fish. Aisha Siddiqa walked slowly through the market, observing how ordinary people were buying and selling, how they were bargaining. Suddenly, her eyes fell on a small fish stall by the roadside. A 60-year-old man named Kader Bai was sitting there with his little fish stock, rui, katla, pangas, tilapia, all neatly arranged on ice. Aisha Siddiqa walked closer and said with a gentle smile, "Assalamu alaikum, Chacha. How are you? How much for this rui fish? Let me see how fresh it is." Kader Bai smiled happily and replied, "Walaikum assalam, ma. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you? Look, these are freshly caught river fish. I'll give you the best one. Rui fish is 300 takas per kilo. But for you, I'll give it for 280. Aisha examined the fish carefully, touching it to check its freshness. Kader Bai continued, "Ma, my fish is very good. No formalin, no chemicals. Only fresh river fish. You can buy it without any worry." Just then, a government car with a red plate screeched to a halt in front of them. From the car stepped out Rafiq Ahmed, the Fisheries Department Inspector of Khulna. The arrogance on his face was obvious. He wore a government khaki uniform with a badge on his shoulder. Rafiq shouted the moment he arrived, "Hey, old man Kader, how's today's stock? Got good fish for me or not? The ones you gave last week weren't good. If you don't give me the best ones today, I'll shut your shop down." Then Rafiq turned toward Aisha and looked at her from head to toe. With a sly smile he said, "Appa, move aside. I'll buy first. This old man knows that when I come, no one else can buy before me. I'll take my favorite fish first, Kader Bai." In a trembling voice said, "Sir, she came first. Let me give her the fish first, then yours." Before he could finish, Rafiq slammed his hand on the table and shouted, "Looks like you've become too brave, Kader. Have you forgotten who I am? Who allows you to sell fish in this market? Whose signature is on your license? Just one phone call and I'll have your shop sealed." Then Rafiq turned back to Aisha again and said mockingly, "Pretty Appa, looks like you're new here in the market. Never seen you before. Where do you live? Whose wife are you? Are you alone in the market?" Rafiq moved closer and smiled slyly. "Shy wife, are you? All right then, no problem. Give me your phone number. We'll talk later. I'm Rafiq Ahmed, the fisheries inspector of this area. Everyone knows me. If you ever need anything, tell me. I should be friends with such a pretty woman as you, don't you think?" Aisha stayed silent, holding back her anger. Rafiq laughed loudly. "Where are you rushing off to? Is your husband waiting at home, or a lover?" "All right, listen. I'll take the fish too. Take it together and bring it to my house. I'm making fish curry today. Come and eat. My wife cooks well. She'd like to meet you." With that, Rafiq pulled out a large plastic sack and ordered Kader Bai, "Old man, hurry up. 5 kilos rui, 3 kilos katla, that big pangas, and 2 kilos tilapia. Give good fish. I don't want bad ones. And yes, some shrimp too, not small ones. Big ones. Kaderbai's hands were trembling as he began to weigh the fish. Piece by piece, he filled the sack. When he finished, he counted the total. "Sir, altogether it comes to 4,800 taka." "The large shrimp costs a bit more." Sir Rafik glared, eyes bloodshot, and snapped, "Money? You want money from me? Have you lost your mind? I take these every Friday. When have I ever paid you? Why does money suddenly matter today? You want to embarrass me in front of this woman?" Kaderbai almost burst into tears, pleading, "Sir, for God's sake, please. Nothing is sold since morning. My wife is ill at home. I need money for her diabetes medicine. My son is studying in Dhaka. Please, sir, give me the money today." Rafik shoved him roughly and barked, "Don't bargain. Do you think I'll look after your family's problems? Just give the fish or I'll cancel your license. You won't be able to trade here anymore. I'll make sure your son never gets a job." Remember that Aisha listened quietly, the flame of anger burning inside her, but she kept her composure. She stepped forward and said calmly, "Sir, you are a government servant. You should set an example. Kader Chacha is an old man in need. Please, give him the money." Rafik spun to face her. "And you will lecture me? You've got nerve. Do you know who I am? One call from me, and I'll have the police take you to the station. Keep talking, and I'll have your husband arrested too." Aisha answered firmly, "I have done nothing wrong. What you are doing is wrong. Forcing money from this elderly man is theft. It's corruption." Rafik laughed. "And what'll you do? Go to the police? Go to court? I run the station, people. I control that. The SP of this area is my friend. I have a good rapport with the DC. What can you do?" At that, Kaderbai folded his hands and begged, "Sir, please, at least give 3,000 taka today. Take the rest later. I really need it, sir. For God's sake." Hearing that, Rafik flew into a rage and kicked Kaderbai's fish basket hard, scattering all the fish across the street, the ice melting into dirty puddles mixed with dust. "This old devil, have you got the nerve to ask me for money?" he shouted. "Have you forgotten what happened last month? Didn't I shut down your stall then? Who saved you that time? It was me. I mercifully let you live. And today you come asking me for money? Here, take your money," he said, then shoved Kaderbai so hard that the old man fell to the road and hurt his knee, tears streaming down his face. Aisha Sadiqa could no longer bear it. She stepped forward and said to Rafik, "You're going too far. As a government employee, is this how you behave? This is a crime. I demand justice. I am going to the police station right now." Rafik, burning with anger, slapped Aisha hard across the cheek and snarled, "Don't you yap so much. Do you want the same punishment as this old man? You can't imagine what I'll do to you if I take you to the station. Now shut up and go home. And don't even try to help this old man." Then Rafik grabbed some good fish, stuffed them into a bag, and warned Kaderbai again, "If you set up here from tomorrow, you've been warned. Move somewhere else. I'll give this spot to people I like." Saying that, Rafik climbed into his car and drove away, leaving behind a helpless old man and a ruined pile of fish. Aisha Sadiqa trembled with anger, her cheeks burning, but what burned more was her heart. She helped Kaderbai to his feet. The old man was crying. "Uncle, don't cry. Do you know who I really am?" Aisha took out her ID from her bag and said, "I am Aisha Sadiqa, the SD officer of Khulna. I came today disguised as an ordinary person to see what happens in the market. Now Rafik Ahmed will learn what the law can do." Kaderbai was astonished and said, "You are the SD officer, madam. By Allah, then will I finally get justice today. This Mr. Rafik comes every week and takes fish, never pays. He does the same to other stallholders too. No one dares speak up. Out of fear, Aisha took 10,000 taka from her bag and handed it to the old man. "Here, uncle, this is for the loss you suffered. Don't worry. Come back tomorrow morning. I'm arranging everything." Afternoon, Aisha held an urgent meeting with Khulna's DC Jamaluddin and recounted the whole incident in detail. The DC was furious. Many complaints had been filed earlier against Rafiq Ahmed, but no one had dared testify. This time his punishment would be certain. He even dared to strike the old man. That made it an even graver offense, and the DC ordered a special operation for the next day. The following morning, Aisha returned to the market, this time with a team and hidden cameras. Keterbai had been warned in advance, and a plainclothes police team waited nearby at exactly 10 a.m. Rafiq arrived in his red-plated car, the same swagger as always. "Which old man is this? You opened your stall today? Nerve, eh? Open already. What did I tell you yesterday? Today, is there Hilsa? Give me 5 kilos of Hilsa, quickly. And where's that woman who was so talkative yesterday? I'm looking for her," Rafiq barked. Keterbai mustered his courage and said, "Sir, please give me the money first. The payment from yesterday is still outstanding. Please, sir." Rafiq shouted, again asking for money. Seems yesterday's lesson didn't stick. Today I'll shut your stall down entirely. He reached to toss the fish basket away. Right then, Aisha Siddiqua stepped forward, accompanied by DC Jamaluddin and a police team. "Mr. Rafiq Ahmed, you are under arrest," she announced, "on charges of corruption, extortion, abuse of official power, and assaulting a government employee." Rafiq was stunned. "What is this? Who are you?" he stammered. Aisha showed her ID. "I'm SD Officer Aisha Siddiqua. We have recorded all your actions from yesterday. We've received complaints from not just Kadir Hai, but many stallholders," DC Jamaluddin said. "Rafiq Ahmed, 37 complaints have been filed against you. Extortion, threats, assault. We have the evidence." 3 days later, the case came before Khulna District Court. The courtroom was packed. Journalists were present to cover the story, and roughly 50 market vendors came to testify. Keterbai stood in the witness box and said, "Your Honor, this Mr. Rafiq has been forcing fish from me for the past 3 years, never paying a single taka. When I tried to complain, he threatened me." One by one, other vendors spoke. Vegetable seller Rahim, poultry seller Salam, egg seller Kareem. They all told the same story. Aisha Siddiqua addressed the court. "Your Honor, this man hasn't only extorted money, he's physically and mentally abused ordinary people. As a government employee, he has thumbed his nose at the law. He even struck me. We have video evidence." The video evidence was shown in court. It was clearly seen how Rafiq scattered the fish, pushed Keterbai, and slapped Aisha. Rafiq's lawyer made a last attempt. "Your Honor, my client admits his mistake. He is asking for forgiveness. Please give him one more chance." But the judge announced the verdict. Rafiq Ahmed was dismissed from his job, sentenced to 3 years in prison, and fined 5 lakh taka, which would be distributed among the affected shopkeepers. Hearing the verdict, the entire courtroom burst into applause. Keterbai cried with joy, raised his hands in prayer and said, "Ya Allah, bless Aisha, madam, today we poor people have found justice." Aisha Siddiqua addressed everyone and said, "Remember, the law is equal for all, rich or poor, powerful or powerless. No one is above the law. If anyone oppresses you, don't stay silent. Stand up and protest." The police handcuffed Rafiq and took him away. The man who once flaunted his power now bowed his head in shame, trying to hide his face from the flashing cameras. After that day, no injustice ever happened again in that Khulna market. All the shopkeepers now do business in peace. Kader Bhai sells fish with a smile, and sometimes Aisha Madam visits to buy fish. Everyone respects and loves her. After this incident, the message spread throughout Khulna. Corrupt officials will no longer be spared. The law now stands with the common people. So friends, that was today's true story. Tell us in the comments how you felt. And if you want to hear more stories of justice like this, then subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Assalamu alaikum.